The man staggered into the hallway and slammed his palm against the wall. The security camera caught everything. The way his fingers slid down the paint. The way his knees buckled. The moment his body hit the floor. But what the camera did not capture was the person standing right beside him. "Wait," the man gasped, his voice barely audible. "Please, I don't." His words cut off. At 2:17 a.m., the hallway was empty again. Just a body on the floor. And no one else in frame. The footage was crystal clear. No glitches. No static. No skipped frames. When police first watched it, they leaned closer to the screen. "Run it again," one officer said. They rewound. The man entered alone. He stopped. He collapsed. "That's impossible," another officer muttered. "People don't just die like that." They slowed the footage to half speed. Nothing. Quarter speed. Still nothing. The man's face twisted in fear just before he fell, like he was reacting to someone standing inches away. But the camera showed empty air. "Pause it right there," the detective said. They froze the frame. The hallway lights hummed. The walls were bare. The floor spotless. No weapon. No sado. No movement. "Where the hell is the attacker?" someone whispered. The victim's name was Aaron Blake. 32 years old. Night shift technician. No criminal record. No enemies that anyone could name. His co-workers told police the same thing. He was quiet, one said. Kept to himself, another added. He always left at the same time, a third shrugged. Predictable. That made what happened even worse. Aaron's phone was found in his pocket. No signs of a struggle. No defensive wounds. But the autopsy told a different story. Cause of death. Massive blunt force trauma to the chest. The medical examiner stared at the report. "This wasn't natural," she said flatly. "Someone did this." "But there's no one on the video," the detective replied. She looked up. "Then your video is lying." Police brought in technicians. Surveillance expert. Engineers. They mapped the hallway inch by inch. "This camera covers everything," one technician said confidently. "There are no blind spots." The detective crossed his arms. "Then explain this." They played the footage again. At the exact moment Aaron's eyes widened, the technician frowned. "Zoom in," he said. The image magnified. That's when they noticed it. A slight visual distortion along the right wall. So subtle, it was almost invisible. "What is that?" the detective asked. The technician leaned closer. "Compression artifact. Lens distortion." "So, could someone stand there?" the detective pressed. The technician hesitated. "Not stand," he said slowly. "But if someone hugged the wall real close, the camera might flatten them into it." The room went silent. "You're saying someone could be right there," the detective said, pointing at the screen, "and we'd never see them?" The technician swallowed. "If they knew exactly where to stand." Police recreated the scene. An officer pressed himself against the wall. On the monitor, he vanished. Only his shadow flickered for half a second, then disappeared. "That's it," the detective whispered. They went back to the footage. At 2:17 a.m., Aaron stops walking. His head turns slightly. His mouth opens. "Who are you?" he says, barely audible. The audio team isolated the sound. Another voice appeared. "Calm. Close. Quiet." "I've been standing here the whole time," the voice said. Aaron's breathing sped up. "I didn't do anything," he said. "Please." "You weren't supposed to see me," the voice replied. Then a dull sound. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just enough. Aaron fell. The killer stepped back into the distortion zone. Gone. When police tracked access logs, one name appeared again and again. Daniel Cross. Security systems contractor. He installed the camera. Calibrated it. Signed off on the angles. They brought him in for questioning. Daniel sat calmly at the table, hands folded. "You know why you're here?" the detective asked. Daniel nodded. "Because a man died. Because a man was murdered," the detective corrected. Daniel didn't react. "We have footage," the detective continued. "We hear your voice." Daniel smiled faintly. "You hear a voice." "You were there," the detective said. Right next to him, Daniel leaned forward. "If I was there, why can't you see me?" The room felt smaller. "You designed the system," the detective said. "You knew its limits." Daniel shrugged. "Every system has limits." "Why him?" the detective demanded. Daniel's eyes darkened. He noticed me, Daniel said softly. A week earlier, he joked about the camera angle, said it made the wall look strange. The detective felt a chill. He wasn't supposed to notice, Daniel continued. People trust cameras. They stop looking. So you killed him? The detective asked. Daniel leaned back. You can't prove I touched him, he said. Your camera doesn't show it. The case collapsed quietly. No charges. No trial. Daniel walked free. Today, that footage is shown to trainees. A warning, not about violence, but about perspective, about how something can be right in front of you and still be invisible. If this story made you uneasy, pause for a second. Ask yourself how many things you trust because you believe you're seeing everything. If you're enjoying stories like this, subscribe to MindTwist Stories. It helps the channel more than you think. And before you leave, like this video so it reaches others who love unsettling mysteries. Now here's the question no one could answer. How many other cameras have the same flaw? And how many people know exactly where to stand? If you have a theory, leave it in the comments. Because sometimes the most dangerous place to hide is right in front of the lens.